This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Let's roll through it. The Lancer Locker on this Monday. My name is Tel. You're listening to KYNT. It's 102.1 FM AM 1450. The Lancer Locker on this Monday evening. Another week is in the books and another week is starting. And this week, going to be a special one for Mount Marty University, as both men's and women's basketball programs are in the GPAC tournament. Both of them going to be playing on Wednesday evening. About 7 o'clock is going to be the start time for the men's and women's basketball programs. Not playing in the same place, unfortunately, but we still will have coverage of both of them, even if I can't personally be there for both, which is breaking my heart a little bit after all of the time I've spent covering these two teams over the last 5 years. I'm not going to be able to be there for one of their first tournament games, but we'll keep covering them all through the whole time. Braden Butler has been kind enough that he is going to be stepping in and covering one of these games for us as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last couple of days for Mount Marty University and the upcoming schedule. Start it with those basketball programs. The Mount Marty women's basketball team, they just finished up the season on Saturday, 61-50. Win over College of St. Mary was the senior day victory for the Lancers. They now go to the GPAC tournament, which will be Wednesday evening. 7 o'clock is the first round at number 1 Dort. The Lancer women claimed the 8 seed in the GPAC tournament. They are going to the 1 seed and the number 1 overall team in the nation, and the back-to-back defending national champions in the Dort Defenders. That'll be 7 o'clock on Wednesday. You can find audio simulcast of the coverage here, YouTube, KYNTV. Braden Butler will have the call from Sioux Center. On the other end, for the men's team, they did not play on Saturday. They had that weekend off. They played on Wednesday, and they defeated Concordia. The Lancers actually won their last 3 games in a row to finish up the season. They defeat Midland, Dakota Wesleyan, and Concordia in back-to-back-to-back games in order to claim the 3 seed in the GPAC tournament with 13 conference wins. 13 wins in conference, only 7 losses for the Mount Marty men. They claim the 3 seed and a home game. It is the first time in Mount Marty history they are hosting in the playoffs, and they're going to be hosting the Briar Cliff University Chargers. Briar Cliff is coming to Yankton, and we can take a look at the previous matchups of all of these squads. On the women's side of things, both women's games, they did lose to Dort. The one in Sioux Center, 92-58 was the final score. And then the very first conference game of the year, actually, in Yankton, 82-56. The women did fall to Dort twice. The men did beat Briar Cliff in both games. They defeated them in Sioux City, 74-66, and in Yankton, 80-65. So a couple of good victories for the men there. They did sweep Briar Cliff in the regular season, see if they could do it 3 times, and now beat them in the postseason and move on to the second round. Other sports going on. We got to talk baseball, softball for a moment of their last weekends, which will be pretty easy as it was cold and neither of them played. So we'll talk about the upcoming schedule. The baseball team, they're 5-3 overall. They've played 8 games to this point, and there is going to be home baseball and softball in Yankton tomorrow evening. Make sure you go out and watch those. The Lancer baseball team is going to be facing Valley City State University here in Yankton at Riverside Field, Bob Tereshinski Stadium at Riverside Field in Yankton. That'll start at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. 4 o'clock will be the second game. Doubleheader there. And then a single game going to be played for Mount Marty softball, who is 1-3 on the season. They have not played since February 15th. As they did go up to Northern State and play a couple of games up in Aberdeen. They are now going to be playing at home, first home games of the year, the home opener versus Dakota Wesleyan University tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock in Yankton. We got high temperatures in the mid-50s tomorrow. Should be beautiful weather for both of these games. Home baseball and softball in Yankton. As we turn now to indoor track and field, which is going to have just had the GPAC championships from this last weekend. And what a weekend it ended up being. Mount Marty indoor track and field, they placed 5th in the men's division and 8th in the women's division at the GPAC championship meet. The Lancer men scored 67 points. Logan Ferrari set a new meet record in the 5,000 with a time of 14:51.84. He took first place at the GPAC Conference Championship meet. Jonathan Van Leen also claimed an event victory in the heptathlon for Mount Marty. The Lancer women were led by a pair of high finishes in the pole vault as Maya Zoner placed second, Paige Clausen tied for fourth. Josie Wallstrom also placed fourth in the pentathlon. So up next for indoor track and field are the NAIA National Championships in Gainesville, Florida. That is going to be March 5th through 7th for the Lancers that qualified, and a couple of them did. So that'll be fun. We're going to be keeping an eye on that. That is going to be March 5th and 6th, once again, next Thursday, Friday. That's our week in review here of Mount Marty Lancer Athletics. With that, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and get to our feature spot today. If you weren't here on Saturday on KYNT, post-game after senior day for the Lancer women's basketball program, we spoke with a couple members of the team. We spoke with a senior basketball player in Kayla Martinez one more time before the start of the postseason. Always love talking with Kayla. So we spoke with her after the end of that game about senior day, about the game, and about the tournament that is coming up. That is coming up next on the Lancer Locker. And then in a couple of minutes after that, we had the head coach of the Lancer women's basketball program, Alan Bertram, on Saturday as well. We'll play that talk in a little bit. So we'll take our break now, thanks to some of our sponsors, and come back with Kayla Martinez for the Lancer women's basketball program up next. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. Buying or selling a home can be complicated, but with 20 years of experience, I'm here to put you at ease and make the process as easy as possible. We offer moving boxes and the use of our courtesy trailer to make your real estate journey a smooth one. Call me, Deb Speck, with Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more, all at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, bison, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. The Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. For more, call 689-3000 or go to themeatlodge.com.
Looking for quality furniture and mattresses at a great value? Start at Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. We carry leading brands like Lazy Boy, Ashley, Flex Steel, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster with styles and comfort options for every room in your home. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to help you find just the right fit for your home and with flexible financing options to help you bring home exactly what you want. Furniture, mattresses, and trusted brands all in one place. Slumberland Furniture in Yankton.
Long day, good day, either way, Yankton Pizza Ranch makes it easy. Our buffet is always ready with fresh pizzas, mouth-watering desserts, and the country's best chicken. No waiting, no stress, just grab a plate and enjoy. So when you need comfort made simple, make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Buffet every day from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless Cocktails. Less is more.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
All right, back here at the Lancer Locker on 102.1 FM, AM 1450 KYNT. Once again, talking a little bit of basketball here today as both men's and women's basketball programs for Mount Marty University have punched their ticket to the GPAC tournament this upcoming Wednesday evening. The women's basketball team going to be facing number one Dort, not just number one here in the GPAC, number one in the country, Dort in Sioux Center, Iowa. And then the men's team, they're going to be hosting Briar Cliff University here in Yankton at 7 o'clock. Both games starting at 7 o'clock. We will have coverage on both of them on KYNTV YouTube, audio simulcast of the women's game with Braden Butler. I'll have the call of the men's game here on KYNT on 102.1 FM, as well as KYNTV. That is where the GPAC tournament is going to be. We'll have coverage of all of it as far as both these teams go, and maybe farther than that, which would be really, really fun to see. But talking about these last couple of games and what happened, the Lancer women's basketball team just had senior day on Saturday, where they did defeat the College of St. Mary Flames 61-50. Once again, in that game for the Mount Marty Lancers, Leah Williams led in scoring with 15 points in the effort. Went 4 of 10 from the floor, had 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and a block in there as well. 13 points for Kayla Martinez, 12 points for Lacey Sprockle. Those were the leaders in scoring in the ball game. Offensively, Alexis Folkerds added 9 points, 7 rebounds. Alexis Motley, 8 points, 8 rebounds in the win. Lancers did get the College of St. Mary there after a tough first half. Mount Marty was held to 21 points in the first half, well below their season average. They were able to bounce back off of that, and with only scoring 21 points the entirety of the first half, they put up 22 points in the third quarter alone and score 40 in the second half en route to a victory over the College of St. Mary. They only allowed 7 points the entirety of the fourth quarter and able to get that win. So directly after the win over the College of St. Mary, we spoke with one of the Lancer seniors in Kayla Martinez. I always appreciate Kayla for giving us the time at coming up and talking with us. So here is that talk on Saturday after senior day and the win over the College of St. Mary and locking up a spot in the GPAC tournament. Here's a talk with senior guard for the Mount Marty Lancers women's basketball program, Kayla Martinez.
As we're going to speak with Kayla Martinez now, Lancer senior for this program. Kayla, obviously an emotional day. You got the win here in Yankton, but a post-game video that I don't know if you even knew about was going to be played here. You just got to watch, made by your friends and family. That had to feel good watching that.
Yeah, it did. I'm definitely very emotional. Just got done crying and then running up the stairs. So,
crying and stairs? That's terrible.
I know.
I'm sorry this
I'm a little out of breath. But yeah, it was great. My friends and family being here and seeing the video that they made for us, it just feels so good.
That has got to feel very, very good. And obviously to get the win here on senior day, a slow start maybe with all of the everything else going on around the game. You're really locked in at halftime, though. You put up 40 points in the second half when we talk about the game itself. What did that halftime locker room look like as you guys went in trailing by 3 and then you come out and just go on a roll?
Yeah, I mean, we were still pretty poised. Like, we know what we needed to do, so we were just talking about that, and we know that we didn't want to lose. Like, we weren't going to go out that way on senior night. Coach even said 4 years ago, the same thing happened to us. We played the same team on senior night, and it just didn't go very well, so I just didn't want to have that happen again.
So when it comes to this senior class here, you have 4 years here to look back on. What is maybe some of your favorite memories with this group?
Oh, there's so many. Oh, my goodness. I mean, we've gone to California, we've gone to Arizona. We made a million memories at those places, but on the court, especially this team this last year, it's just been wonderful. Like, we really grew together, not just as players, but as people, and I feel like that was just the best thing overall, is seeing the development in my teammates and in my friends. But, I mean, beating D-Dub, that was a great memory. That just happened recently. You guys all know my Morningside game winner shot. That's one of my favorite memories. That was amazing. But, yeah, those are some of those big moments that I remember.
One of the other favorite memories I got to ask you about, and maybe you can explain this to us. In the Senior Day program, there were a lot of different Lancers for their favorite memory just put the one word, Venom. And I don't know what that is. Is that something that can be explained here for the stream?
So I can't even remember where those we had teams. I know that we had teams, and they decided to go out to, I think it was Walmart, and get those shirts, and now they just plan to wear them every once in a while. I can't even remember what the teams were for, but yeah, they really bonded over that. So it's just an inside joke. They wear Venom shirts. So
all right, fair enough. The Venom group, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, Kayla, and let's talk about the future now. Is even though this is senior day, the regular season is done. You ain't done. You're going to the postseason, and with the other results around the GPAC today, I can tell you are the 8th seed as Doane defeated Midland 95-61 today. You're going to number 1 Dordt, a team you've seen obviously twice a year, every year you've been in the GPAC. You know exactly how good they are. You're going to the house of the back-to-back defending national champions in the postseason. What are you expecting?
I feel confident. We're expecting the same thing that they always give us. They always give us 100%. So we just got to come ready to play. And I feel like every time we go to Dordt, we do that. We are prepared. We play more confident. We play more aggressive. And so I think we can't even look at it as maybe a first-round tournament game, just a normal game going up there playing Dordt. It's always competitive with them. So that's how I see it.
Well, Kayla, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the win here today and on 4 years of success with Mount Marty University. I appreciate every talk we've been able to have over the years, and congratulations on a fun senior day.
Yes, thank you so much.
That was Kayla Martinez from Saturday after the win over the College of St. Mary, locking up a spot in the postseason tournament at the 8th seed. They will be taking on number 1 Dordt on Wednesday evening. Always appreciate Kayla giving us the time. Throughout the last couple of years, she has been here, 4-year starter here for the Lancers. We've loved having her on this show multiple times, as well as obviously pre- and post-game talks throughout the last couple years. Thank you to her. Braden Butler will have the call of the women's basketball game this Wednesday night at Dordt. Let's go ahead and take a break here on the Lancer Locker on KYNT. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and hear from the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancer women's basketball program in Alan Bertram. You're listening to 102.1 FM AM 1450. It's KYNT.
The Sherco exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any Sherco electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Here at Runza, customers always ask us,
why do you trick us into eating cabbage?
No, they ask, when are you going to bring back the Italian Runza sandwich? And the answer is, right now.
Cool, the Italian Runza's back. What is an Italian Runza?
It's got ground beef, Italian sausage, black olives, mushrooms, mozzarella, and savory tomato sauce.
And no cabbage. What's Italian for sign me up?
Good question. The Italian Runza is back for a limited time. Runza makes it all better.
At Parker of Yankton, we are powered by the hard work of our employees, the loyalty of our customers, and the support of our community. Together, we're engineering success like never before. Looking to start the new year with a career where you're valued and appreciated? Join the Parker team today. Visit parker.com to apply. From all of us at Parker of Yankton, thank you for making this year unforgettable.
Parker, engineering your success.
To a fresh start and boundless opportunities, here's to a new year of success and celebration from all of us at Parker of Yankton.
Those are the sounds of loyal companions looking for a new home and family. The Heartland Humane Society has dogs and cats looking to become a new member of your family, ready for adoption today. Every animal available for adoption is vaccinated, spayed or neutered, microchipped, and dewormed, saving you over $200 or more in vet care while giving you a loyal friend. Come visit all available animals at 3400 East Highway 50 Yankton or online at heartlandhumanesociety.net.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
All right, back in the Lancer Locker on KYNT, 102.1 FM, AM 1450. I'm Tell here for the Country Dirt. Let's turn now to Alan Bertram, who is the head coach of the Mount Marty University Lancer women's basketball program. We just spoke with one of the seniors for the Lancer women's basketball program, and Kayla Martinez. We'll now speak with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers and Alan Bertram. We heard from him post-game on Saturday. This is directly after the win over the College of St. Mary, 61-50 in the Simple Arena. The Lancers going into postseason now is their next game at number 1 Dordt. We talked all about that, and of course, Senior Day and what the 8 Lancer seniors have meant to this program. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT. Here is Alan Bertram.
We'll speak now with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers in Alan Bertram here today. Coach Bertram, Senior Day in the books, and a good one here today as well. This brought to you by Rise Fuel, by the way. Gives you the power to push harder, go faster, perform better. Fuel your ambition, unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. We just talked with one of 8 of your seniors here, and now the emotional game is done. You had that beautiful tribute video. Have the tears sprung yet?
Not yet. I think it'd be a little bit harder if you knew this was the last one. You know, you still got work to do, and so the finality of it hasn't hit yet because of that fact. But you know, we had to grind one out today, and to our kids' credit, that's exactly what they did. We didn't shoot the ball very well. We had a lot of shots that it seemed like we had 3 or 4 threes that just rattled in, halfway down, come out. We missed a lot of layups. But to our kids' credit, I thought in the second half they really stepped up their effort level and turned them over and eventually got control of what was going on.
And I assume your players are going to be starting to get ready real quick, as I just saw Caleb Martinez walk down on the floor and actually just take another shot. Just getting up more shots, getting ready for the tournament, I assume, Coach. You got Dordt coming up. That is official now, as Midland did fall to Doane today. You will be going to the number 1 seed and the number 1 team in the nation in the postseason here. So what is the mentality of this team going into their place on Wednesday?
Well, it's not one of fear. You know, I thought the last time we played door to door, you know, we had a third quarter that we completely, you know, outscored them. We did a great job. First quarter we played great, other than Macy Sievers having the 3-point barrage of her life. Mm-hmm. And so I thought we had 2 quarters where we outplayed them. It comes down to, against them, you have to be really good at what you do. Are they beatable? Yeah, Doane already did it once. And so I feel like when we can put 4 quarters together like we did against Dakota Wesleyan, we can beat anybody. I think on that last Saturday, it wouldn't have mattered who we played in this country. We were going to beat them. And I thought we showed our full capabilities. And so I expect to go Wednesday to Dordt and play 4 quarters of very solid basketball. And I'm just so happy for our kids to be able to experience it.
Coach, when you talk about the last week, and if you, as you said, if you play like that, you're going to be able to beat anybody. What do you need to do to get that out of your players again on this Wednesday?
Well, it's just going to come down to fight. You know, they're so big in the post, and Sievers is so good at the one. It's going to have to be a total team effort on the defensive side of the basketball. We're going to have to be ultra aggressive, and we have to realize going into a game like that, we have absolutely nothing to lose, and so we have to play like that. Offensively, we have to play with a lot of confidence. I thought the first time we played them, the first quarter, we were attacking them. The third quarter, we were attacking them. We've got to be the aggressor. And so when you do that against a better team, it gives you an opportunity. So a lot of it Monday, Tuesday is going to be more mindset-driven, making sure we're very consistent with our actions and how we do it, so that when we step on the floor Wednesday, it becomes second nature.
Coach, it seems like you almost yelled yourself hoarse here today.
I did. We had to have a little reconnection meeting at halftime. So
I asked Kayla about that a couple minutes ago, what that halftime locker room looked, because I was kind of wondering at halftime, as you're trailing on Senior Day here to the College of St. Mary by 3, what did you say at halftime? Because whatever it was worked. Second half was different.
We just challenged them is what we did. We challenged their effort. We challenged their fight. We challenged their want to win. We talked about how they can't walk on the floor against anybody and just expect that they're going to roll over and allow us to beat them. And reminded them that not only is it your senior day, but there's 2 really, really good seniors in Gowan and Dubuque that are playing their last game. Those girls want to go out as winners. And I thought both those girls played really well today. So it's just a reminder of we got to play tougher. we got to play harder. You guys got to want this more than them. And I thought the second half, our kids' effort was really good.
Well, Coach Bertram, I appreciate your time. I appreciate every talk we have had this season, and we're not done. We're going to talk a couple more times here as you go to Dordt, and that's going to be one heck of a day for the Lancers. Both teams back in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a great day for Lancer Nation, let me tell you.
Coach, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
And that was Alan Bertram here on the Lancer Locker. That was from Saturday evening or afternoon, I suppose, after the win over the College of St. Mary. The Lancers finish up the regular season with 10 conference wins, a great season overall for Mount Marty women's basketball. They earned the 8th seed in the GPAC tournament. They're going to number 1 Dordt on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. Braden Butler will have the call of that action. YouTube KYNT. With that, let's go ahead and take another break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes, take a look at our upcoming week, and kind of wrap things up here on the Lancer Locker. You're listening to KYNT 102.1 FM AM 1450. I'm Tell on this Monday evening.
Hey Lancer fans, time to hit the court at Lewis & Clark Ford. The Ford F-150 is your power forward, strong and ready for any challenge.
The Ford Escape is your point guard, fast, agile, and perfect for daily drives.
The Ford Explorer is your center, big, bold, and built for the whole team. Meet our new finance manager and sales manager, plus an all-new sales team, bringing fresh hustle and hometown heart.
Check out the full lineup at lewisandclarkford.com.
Lewis & Clark Ford, your home court for unbeatable deals, right at 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service and even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
When a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Call Brendan Hansen and Brandon Tykrow or visit them at Suite 101B Morgan Square in Yankton.
Mount Marty coverage on KYNT and KYN-TV courtesy of Michelob Ultra. The holidays are over and it's time for a new year. The year you vow to finally lose those extra pounds. Healthier food choices, more exercise, and Michelob Ultra. With just 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of Mick Ultra without compromising a healthier lifestyle. Live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Get some at your favorite place to buy beer.
All right, back here in the Lancer Locker one final time on KYNT. It's 102.1 FM AM 1450, the Lancer Locker on this Monday. We're about going to wrap things up here. We just spoke with Kayla Martinez. We spoke with Alan Bertram, a couple of people that we've spoken with a lot over the last couple of years, both on this show and just everywhere we can. As we now take a look at the upcoming schedule once again, home baseball and softball. We'll start with that. Home baseball and home softball both tomorrow in Yankton, as Valley City State University is coming to town on the baseball side of things. Doubleheader starting at 2 at Riverside Field. Baseball playing tomorrow at 2 in Yankton. And then the Lancer softball program, they're playing a single game versus Dakota Wesleyan University at 3 o'clock at Northeast Sertoma Field in Yankton. Go to Sertoma Park in Yankton, find the softball game there. Both home games in Yankton. All right, and then on the basketball side of things, the Lancer women once again at number 1 Dordt on Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Braden Butler has the call, YouTube, KYN-TV for that. And then the Lancer men will be right here on 102.1 FM and YouTube, KYN-TV as well, versus Briar Cliff University Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, all coverage right here. And that's about going to do it for us today. Thank you for tuning in to the Lancer Locker. I've been a bit under the weather the last couple of days, so I appreciate y'all for tuning into the show and hearing what's going on in Lancer athletics. I'm going to go ahead and finish it there, and we'll see you again on Wednesday evening. We'll go live at 6:30 for Mount Marty men's basketball right here on KYNT, hosting in the GPAC tournament for the first time in school history. I've been Tel Tanner. This has been the Lancer Locker, and you've been listening to KYNT.